Good morning, everyone. It is quite a chilly morning this morning. I think it's 41, and last night, or the night before, it was 38 degrees. And so, that was actually the last until mid-April. So, I'm going to go ahead and start planting things. This is kind of a funny thing that has happened. These have decided that they now want to live in the yard again. They sleep on the pond at night, but during the day, they just stay in the garden. I'm glad that they're in there because I did see slugs one day in there. Chickens have also gotten in there because the gate's open, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Look at this. This is that collard, but look in there. Isn't that wild? This, I guess, just turned into like a thin layer, and it's just blooming all in there. So I'm just letting that go. That's kind of one of those wild plants that you have to see what's going on in it. I planted potatoes over here. Does that one come up? No, that's not it yet. Nothing's coming up yet in this area. But this is where I put all of my potatoes. And it kind of gets walked on a little bit by the ducks. So, oh my gosh. Look at that. That's what the chickens did to my Swiss chard. Can they not get out? Huh. Y'all are still stuck in? Okay, I'll let you out. Now, I am not sure why their door has not opened yet. It's usually opened already. I guess it says 6:30. Maybe I need to open that a little earlier. I had to come down the other night about, I guess, lady? Go ahead. There you go. But I had to come down the other night about 9 o'clock because we had chickens that were locked out because I guess the time change, and they like to stay out till it was dark. And it was one of the nights that I had let them out, and they had gotten in the garden. So you see these geraniums, they're coming back. Some of them got a little like that. It's completely burnt off. So I'll just cut that down to the ground. But these right here, actually that one, wow, that one has green and the inside's squishy. So, oh, and that one too. Maybe I should have left the ones that I pulled off outside. But I have marigolds. This is inside the greenhouse, so it's a little more warm in here. But so I didn't start any tomato plants, but look, I have them starting on their own. So I'll pull that out, and because it's a volunteer, I will plant that. I like to give anything that you know, thrives in this kind of condition a chance to live. So we've just got a lot of things that are trying to hold on. My snake plant looks extremely horrible. I'll probably just take and cut all of this back and let it regrow, because that just looks really bad. And this is more of the annuals that I'm just trying to see if they will come back. And I don't see any growth. Maybe on that one, or is that a weed? That may be hydrangea. Oh, yep, right there. Those are all hydrangea cuttings that I took last off a neighbor's tree, and so I'm just gonna, some of them had growth on it last year, and so I'm just gonna let those sit and see what they have come up. And this was my single seed challenge, and I don't know for sure, but I think it's all weeds. I'm just gonna let it grow up because I don't really need this pot, so I'm just gonna let it all grow up. But you can see the same type of plant growing there, and this is the soil that I got from my chicken coop. So who knows what it is, but I don't think those seeds that I planted were viable. And my turmeric has not come back. And this is curcuma, and it says zone, I think it said 9. Did it say 9? No, 10. So I reached in, and the base of it is still hard, so we will see if that will come back, and if it does, I'm gonna put it in the pond. And then I don't even know what this is, but I love it. It has come back. So a lot of these, I'm probably gonna have to get my friend that knows all the names of the plants over so she can help me identify what all of this is in the yard. Oh, I think that's gone. So this was one of the like jagged edged elephant ears. I don't know what the correct term for it is, but maybe the base is a little warm, but it's way too wet. But I'm just gonna leave it and see what it does. But it looks like, that looks like purple basil. I don't know for sure if that's what that is, but I'll let that grow too. But I think I'll take it out of that tub that had all the water in it and see what that does. But when I went to the zoo, it's they had a bay leaf tree out planted in their landscape, and so for sure I will plant that out in the landscape and let that get big. And then you see that fig, I took that fig off of I took a cutting off of a tree, and so that's coming back. There's another one right there that I took a cutting off of. Thank y'all for watching.